is a new year. It's 2026, and that means more great action, even better action from 880 Wrestling to come. So let's not waste any time. Your opening contest is a singles match scheduled for one fall. Currently in the ring, fighting out of Tucson, Arizona, this is CJ Monroe.
Happy New Year and welcome to 880 Wrestling, the first of 2026. I am 880's most elite Austin Carnes here with professional Paul Michaels, and Happy New Year, Paul.
Happy New Year, Austin. It is great to be here with you. We are kicking off pro wrestling in Pittsburgh in 2026 with a huge Thursday night
Leaders
fight.
by example and accompanied to the ring by Honey Darling. Fighting out of the Den of Desire, this is borderline indecent Marco Narciso.
Marco Narciso making his way to the ring alongside Honey Darling for our opening contest here on Thursday Night Fights. Of course, we saw Honey Darling return at Unholy Holiday 3 in that match against Blizzy Blake. And it seems like the Den of Desire is still somewhat together, Paul?
That's right, Austin. You've been referring to it as the demolition of the Den. But last month at Unholy Holiday, like a Stranger Things plot twist, we found out the Den of Desire did not break up. They simply made a subtraction. And now Marco Narciso and Honey Darling back together in full force.
Marco here in singles competition against the debuting CJ Monroe. And here we go. How about that? Some CJ chants.
As you mentioned already, a debut here for CJ Monroe, and the crowd here at the warehouse firmly behind him.
Of course, Marco Narciso is also involved with the leaders by example, the lover boy of amateur wrestler Reese Hayes, who is the hardcore pure champion, whatever we're calling that now. But look at this. How about Monroe?
Making the most of your debut, coming in like a house of fire, but ineffective as Marco now taking control with a slam.
Yeah, big power slam there from the veteran, and Marco Narciso, of course, his newfound attitude ever since aligning himself with Reese Hayes, but now with Honey Darling in his corner, we can only imagine how dangerous Marco's going to be as he delivers a big pump kick. Just rubbing it all in. Oh. Here we go now. Oh, my gosh.
And CJ was quick out of the gate, but it's been all Marco ever since. Fisherman suplex.
Yeah, covered by Marco. Only 2 on Monroe. Of course, Marco looking past Blizzy Blake now after that match at Unholy Holiday 3, that Falls Count Anywhere match, where we did see Honey Darling return. Can only imagine Marco Narciso is ready for a big 2026, but can't look ahead. Has Monroe ahead, and oh my gosh! Down goes Monroe. Here is the cover, but Monroe kicks out at 2.
Another near fall for Marco here on the upstart rookie Monroe. But it has been all Marco since that initial flurry of offense, though. CJ getting back into it.
Yeah, CJ Monroe starting the fight back against Marco Narciso. Delivers a big forearm there. As you can see, Honey Darling looking on. Another big boot from Marco. Just grounding Monroe. Thank you for coming, CJ Monroe. This may be the beginning of the end. For this match, here is the cover. Slow into it is Marco, and that's going to do it.
Here is your winner, Marco Narciso.
Well, Marco Narciso victorious here on the first match of 2026 for 880 Wrestling Thursday Night Fights. And what a win that was as we take another look.
And thanks for coming, CJ Monroe, as you put it. Plenty of time there for the rookie. Great effort, but at the end of the day, this was just the contrast of experience, and Marco Narciso making the best of it, and now has something to say
What the hell does Marco want to talk about?
Oh, it's not him who wants to speak.
The name is Honey Darling, all right? And I'm going to make this short and sweet because time is money and you can't afford honey, all right? So everybody wants to know why I turned on Blake.
That's what I'm wondering.
It's almost like you guys don't pay attention. Okay? It's simple. I'll keep it really, really easy to understand. Marco Narciso is my star. My star needed a plaything. That plaything was Blake. And I let him have him for as long as it was good for business. But this whole kayfabe thing that Blake's been pulling, it's run its course, and his time is up.
You know, they say you catch more flies with vinegar than with honey. But in this instance, we caught ourselves a big old fruit fly, didn't we? My only regret is that it wasn't a little bit more brutal on Glizzy. I should have ripped those dingy pieces of toilet paper he calls ribbons right off his wrist and strangled him with them!
Come on.
All right. Marco, let's remember, Blizzy is our past. It's a new year, and we're staying focused on the future. Wow, that was a cool dig. So, we already know you can have any boy you want. We've seen that in spades. Now let's stay focused on how many titles you're going to collect in this new year.
That's right, honey. Remember, I'm not afraid to go below the belt to get a belt. Let's beat this place.
Well, there you have it. You hear it from Marco
Take
Narciso.
it.
Marco and Honey Darling saying that Blizzy Blake is now in their past and they're looking ahead for the future of 2026.
And that future, Austin, may include championship gold, is what I heard. So unsure exactly which champion Marco Narciso might be gunning for here in 880 Wrestling, but it sounds like Marco's looking to add some gold to that waist.
This next match is a tag team match scheduled for one fall.
Well, here we go. Second match on their way. It looks like the Christmas music's gone now.
Introducing first, team number one. They can't really exist, either politically or socially. They are the team of the incredible They Hulk, Andy Ripley, and known the world over as Gay J Styles, Irving West. Together, they are Creeps.
Well, there they are. Andy Ripley, Irving West, Creeps are here ready for some tag team competition. What do you think of Creeps, Paul?
And what's old is new again with the entrance theme, as you mentioned. I'll never forgive the Creeps for costing me Whamageddon last year. You have to Google it, Austin.
And their opponents.
Good to know. I'm going to have to do a Google search after this. Oh, yeah. Now, this is how you start off 2026, Paul.
Making their way to the ring, team number two, fighting They are the team of the Emperor's Finest, the Lost Primarch, Johnny fucking Demise. His partner is the Gigabyte Grizzly, Brohemoth. Together, they are Death Watch.
Quietly becoming one of my favorite tag teams of 2026 is Brohemoth, Johnny fucking Demise. This is Death Watch, and these two are ready for some tag team competition. Oh, come on. Creeps laying in the attack before the match even starts. The bell hasn't even rang yet. I'm still holding it. Oh, come on. Might not be too wise. And oh, there goes Brohemoth.
Creeps getting the jump on Death Watch here.
Yeah, we need to get some control here right now. Match hasn't even officially started yet. JFD all alone in there with both West and Ripley. What the hell? Can I ring the bell? Oh! Well, there we go. Now the match is officially started. It's going to be Irving West starting off with Johnny Demise. And oh, big shoulder tackle there.
Yeah, and Austin, when you have a tag team match like this, there's nothing guaranteed except teamwork. Usually the smarter team typically prevails, and I guess you'd have to argue in that vacuum it was Creeps getting the jump on Brohemoth and Johnny.
Yes, so well, here we are, tag team competition here. I know, Paul, you prepared a little bit of a playbook for this match. Do you mind opening up the playbook here? What do you think about the Creeps and Death Watch?
So for Creeps, the two of them have talent in spades, and they have credentials to match, but the little moments of brilliance don't make a team. So if Andy and Irv want to turn flashes into wins, they need cohesion, focus, and a little bit of restraint, because wrestling at the end of the day is not about proving a point. It is about finishing one. And then for Death Watch, they're shaking off the cobwebs after that early attack. They're disciplined, deliberate. They're recovering from a loss to the leaders by example last month that tested them a little bit. So they don't need theatrics. They don't need luck. They just need timing, isolation, and calculated strikes, as Johnny immediately going for a near fall there. So they just basically the idea is let Creeps make mistakes and capitalize on them.
I would also argue they need a little bit of luck on their side, too. It feels like they've been going up, having some unfair battles as of late, but that's neither here nor there. Here's Creeps, though, with Death Watch. Oh! Irving West just dropping down. JFD. Big headbutt to the spine. Of course, Irving West, Andy Ripley, both are a decorated tag team outside of 880 Wrestling, have yet to win gold here. Like the same case about Death Watch, tagging in Andy Ripley.
And Creeps already planning to make the towns quite a bit in 2026, and they have some independent dates in Las Vegas coming up in April of this year. So, Creeps would love to get some momentum back here home at 880.
Look at Andy Ripley applying the attack, dropping the elbows. Cover here on Demise, only two. And I got to say, Creeps are doing a pretty wise job at grounding Brohemoth for the most part. Well, maybe I spoke too soon. Look at Brohemoth just ripping Andy Ripley out of the ring like they are nothing. Oh, but Ripley sends Brohemoth into the post. You can see in the far corner.
And now back to a 2-on-1 advantage here for Creeps, with Brohemoth temporarily sidelined after that move into the post. Great teamwork here by Creeps, keeping Demise isolated to one corner, frequent tags, keeping each partner fresh, and just letting Demise absorb all of the punishment.
I guess jumping the gun early in the match really has benefited the Creep so far. And look at that. Oh! Dropping Demise again. Here's another cover. May do it, Paul. No. Of course, we've seen both Johnny Demise and Brohemoth in big matches last year, some of them being tag team matches, some of them being singles competitions. Of course, I think of some of those eliminator matches that Nick's Wild was offering out last year. But I mean, the Creeps, they had their fair share of matches as well last year. Both teams looking for a big 2026. Who knows, tag team gold could possibly be in the future for both of these teams. What could a win maybe do here for them tonight?
I think a win tonight would solidify them as potential contenders for the tag team straps. As Andy now with a submission on Demise. Rope break there by the back foot. But another tag by Creeps, and again, just frequent tags and keeping a team member fresh. And also keeping Brohemoth isolated onto the outside of the ring so that even if Johnny were to dodge some of these strikes, couldn't be out there to get the tag to Brohemoth.
Couldn't agree more, and you see Demise also in that far corner too, so even if he was able to get out of there, I mean, Brohemoth long ways away. Here's the bridge into the cover. Another kick out at 2 from Demise. And this is exactly in the Creeps playbook. I mean to steal your lingo there, Paul, but this is exactly the Creeps playbook here, is that slow, methodical pace. Wear down your opponents, grounding them. They're doing such a good job at that. Ripley tags right back in again, and big spinning kick to the gut. Into the Bulldog. Another cover from Ripley. Going to be 2. Paul, I'm going to put you on the spot. That's the first time I'm asking this year. Who do you got in this match?
I mean, at this point, Creeps has been in full control. Brohemoth still finally getting up to the apron to be available for a tag, but as then we have a meeting of the minds, and now here's the tag, and in comes the Gigabyte Grizzly.
This is what everybody's been waiting for. Here's Brohemoth. Big blows to Creeps. Won the Ripley, now won the West.
Too late to change my pick?
I think it might be, Paul. Here comes Brohemoth. Thunderous impact, and again.
Alternating splashes in the corner.
Like a train that just got derailed. Brohemoth is taking it to Creeps right now.
The Wrestling is for Everyone champion is doing it by himself after the tag.
Irving West moved out of the way. Still got Ripley, though. And look at the strength of Brohemoth. Now picks up West and just drops him on his back. Cover by, going for the cover, but Irving West wasn't the legal competitor. That's what our official was filling Bro in on. It's Andy Ripley, and they're just going to take it to Brohemoth. Big DDT.
And again, just a case of Creeps wrestling smarter, with Andy not being the legal competitor, kind of having a chance to take a breath and then get back in on Bro here and take the momentum back for their team.
You got to wonder how much damage was already taken out of Brohemoth. I mean, before the match even started, he got jumped. He's been getting beat up this entire match. What a spear from Demise. I don't even think Ripley saw it at first. Now they're starting to realize the situation they're in. All alone with both JFD and Brohemoth. Cover on Andy Ripley. That's got to do it, and that's it.
Here are your winners, Death Watch!
First big win of 2026 for Brohemoth and Johnny Demise. We'll take another look here at that finish. Boom! Dropping Andy Ripley. And that is going to do it. Death Watch picking up the W here on the first day of 2026.
And Austin, I think Creeps came in here with the game plan. They had the blueprint to win this match, but at the end of the day, it was just the impact and the skill of Death Watch getting them back into the win column here in 2026.
Well, Paul, I do want to thank you so much for joining me on commentary today. I'm going to bring on the voice of 880 Wrestling if you do not mind.
Absolutely. We'll hand things over to Toddy Tonderi. He'll take you the rest of the way through. The professional is clocking out.
Well, as Death Watch exits, I'm going to bring on the voice of 880.
Give it up one more time for your winners, Death Watch, folks. Before we continue with more action, I will note, if you like this t-shirt that I'm wearing, this official 880 Wrestling t-shirt, you can own a copy of it yourself. We have an Etsy store. Go to Etsy and search 880 Wrestling. You can find it. Not just this shirt, but tons of great merchandise, including event t-shirts as well. It is a great way to stock up and rock and rep 880 Wrestling. So go check it out on Etsy. You can also get the links on our social medias for 880 Wrestling and T2T Pittsburgh. And then you can also get the links while you're there for our next big event back here at the warehouse on Friday, January 23rd. Kings of the Cold. Tickets are on sale right now. You're going to want to be there January 23rd. Who's ready for some more wrestling? This next match is a singles match scheduled for one fall.
Joining the commentary station alongside 880's most lead Austin Carnes, I am Toddy Tonderi. It's an honor to ring in 2026 with you. I get with one of your favorite people in the world, huh?
Gonna take a step aside.
Introducing first, they are Pittsburgh's favorite crash out and the queer-coded villain. This is No Mercy, Zeke Mercer!
One of the most hated individuals in the 880 Wrestling locker room, the queer-coded villain Zeke Mercer. And I know that we want to leave things in 2025, but what's your outlook on Zeke Mercer in 2026?
I think they're saying it for me, Toddy. That's my outlook right there.
And their opponent.
Yeah, Zeke has been running their mouth for weeks. They say that Paris Sahara, they say that Brianna Bands is behind them, and they're all about serious business. Well, if there's somebody that I know that knows about serious business, it's this next competitor that got caught stealing once when he was 5.
Making his way to the ring, his last known whereabouts are right here in the Allentown neighborhood. And his last recorded weight is 165 pounds.
Seems about right.
This is the Slam Burglar!
The Slam Burglar, Rob Chase, making his miraculous 2026 debut for 880 Wrestling. And as I was mentioned before, Zeke is all about serious business. And who's more serious than the Slam Burglar?
I couldn't think of anybody. Look at this. This is great.
I know Zeke Mercer likes to steal victories here at 880 Wrestling, but we know a few folks that like to steal as well. Not mentioning any names.
I think we know who you're referring to.
Maybe. 165 pounds tonight, not bad.
Not bad at all.
Oh.
I think that jacket's going to look a lot better on the Slam Burglar.
Oh, that, yeah, no, yeah. The Slam Burglar came in with that. I don't know what, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Is that a pre-roll?
The hell?
That's what a pre-roll looks like. Oh, duck under here. Oh, big chop. Chop again here. Ow! Down to the canvas goes Zeke Mercer. Bell has officially rung here. Back body drop by the Slam Burglar. I wonder what Slam Burglar did for New Year's Eve.
Should only wonder.
Yeah, thank you everybody from home to tuning into 880 Wrestling's Thursday Night Fights. Super TNF tonight. A lot of our championships are on the line. Most of us were out late last night for New Year's Eve and feeling a little hungover for this January 1. So if you are at home, welcome to the party.
Welcome to the party. Look at Zeke Mercer, though. They just completely derailed Slam Burglar. Did you see the way he was moving?
Yeah, I like to say he slam burglars around. But Zeke Mercer, big victories in recent weeks here. But we talk about that Zeke Mercer thinks that Brianna Bands is left in 2025. Zeke Mercer claims that they defeated Brianna Bands, but I guess we were calling a different match because Brianna Bands won that contest, and in fact, Brianna Bands may have won by DQ, but that was because of Zeke's fault.
What did Zeke Mercer just find, Toddy? Oh, roll up by Slam Burglar, cover.
Well, I think Slam Burglar had something in their pocket, but it slid out of the ring here.
Another cover.
Oh, just a 2 count here. Big knee to the canvas. Got so much here. We got an 880 championship, #1 contendership, triple threat a little bit later on. In our main event, the TNF championship is on the line. Liberty L defending against Saturn Price. And we saw what happened when MV Young stood up to Liberty L. So we'll see a giant Haas match in the main event this evening. Oh, big slap across the chest. no more funny business for Zeke Mercer. Oh, big splash into the corner. I mean, Zeke Mercer always has a punishing style, not just on the microphone, as we've seen in recent weeks, but a very ground and pound, a very brutal style. They're well-versed in amateur wrestling.
Yeah, you can see a little bit of that on display right now, as Zeke Mercer just wearing down Slamburglar. I mean, they have no shame, Toddy. Let's be honest. Zeke Mercer, they want to do what's best for them. They want to go into the business for whatever they believe is going to do best for their career. And I mean, if it's taking down someone as the Slamburglar, who quickly became a fan favorite here in the warehouse, they're going to do just that.
Yeah, the slate is clean going into 2026. So maybe all of that momentum in 2025, many of those teams may be leaving that momentum last year. It's time to start anew here, and that starts with Kings of the Cold a little bit later on this month.
We also seen Zeke Mercer a lot in tag team competition last year. 2026 could be a new beginning for Zeke. Let's see how they fare in singles fare. Maybe after a singles title, maybe after some other singles competitors here.
It's a great point, Austin. We saw the matriarchy dominate a large part of the 2025 calendar year, but Zeke Mercer out on their lonesome now. I mean, it's hard to be close to Zeke Mercer.
Very hard to be.
Up and around here. Wait a second. Backslide.
Well, this may do it.
2. Oh, just a 2 count. Oh, kick low by the Burglar. Wrap it around like an Auntie Anne's pretzel. Shoulders down. 2. Oh, referee a little bit out of position there. That could have been a 3 count. Good. Fireman's carry.
Yeah, just hoisting up Zeke Mercer. Uh-oh. Nearly pulled the shorts down.
Oh, a little shout out to the Keith Hutt Bearcat bumper here, but only a 2 count. This one's going to continue. I think the Burglar said, I never saw anybody that could handle this. Interesting.
Could mean a lot of different things.
Yeah. Big back elbow there.
Uh-oh. All around the ring. Holy hell.
I don't know what side of the tracks that the Slamburglar is coming in direction as. See, replay there by Sidekick Media Services.
Yeah, look at this car collision we just saw. All over the ropes. Oh, ho, ho.
Now, Slamburglar is somebody that is hard to plan for, and that's putting it lightly. Kick low. Oh, out to embarrass Zeke Mercer. Wait a second. A claw to the eyes. Oh, pulling that mask down over the eyes of the Slamburglar. Big shining wizard here.
Now a cover from Zeke.
That's it.
Here is your winner, No Mercy, Zeke Mercer.
Give it a new look at the old saying, pulling the wool over the eyes, but this time, tonight, on TNF, the mask was pulled over the Slamburglar's eyes. Zeke Mercer retrieving their coat there, the queer-coated villain. Big singles victory to open up 2026.
And that's exactly the way you would want to start it if you are Zeke Mercer. I mean, say what you want about them, but that was an impressive win.
Oh, no use talking to them. No use talking to them. Left you alone, thankfully.
Thank goodness. Give it for the Slamburglar, though.
Give it up.
What a performance.
A Slammy Award winner, the Slamburglar.
Folks, give it up one more time for the Slamburglar. Now, on this special New Year's edition of Thursday Night Fights, we promised all of you a night of champions. So, who's ready for a championship match?
I am.
This next match is a singles match scheduled for one fall. And it is for the Fest Wrestling Championship.
This is the biggest match of Los Tonios' career. Stepping up to the King of Pittsburgh, Los Tonios MB Young Fest Championship.
challenger, fighting out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, this is the biggest little man, Los Tonios!
Of course, Los Tonios, the elder of the two most dope max aliens, MDMA, alongside El Luca. For all their journeys through multiple galaxies, for all their years in pro wrestling, they've never won a singles championship, and boy oh boy, is it going to be hard to tonight.
And his opponent.
Biggest challenge yet for sure.
And we've seen to close out 2025, one of my favorite matches, and one of your favorite matches, Austin, in all 880 Wrestling of 2025. Envy Young challenging Liberty L for that TNF championship. And boy, oh boy, if you have not seen that, check it out on YouTube right now. But after a big loss like that, Envy Young coming in his barn to defend that Fest Wrestling Championship. Here we go.
Making his way to the ring, fighting out of 829 Industry Street, a.k.a. the Warehouse, by way of 1010 Freyberg Street and 880 Dottie Block. He is the current reigning and defending Best Wrestling Champion. He is Pittsburgh made, Pittsburgh paid, and internationally laid, the King of Pittsburgh, Envy Young!
Sliding into second base with those new boots. Looking great in the black and gold. Great shape coming in tonight is MV Young.
One of the most successful things we have going on right now in
Oh,
Pittsburgh,
yeah.
Toddy, has to be MV Young.
Yeah, MV Young has been scratching and clawing his way into the upper echelon of Pittsburgh legends here, 880 Wrestling. A lot of us have been here since the beginning, and what MV Young is creating with his students and himself continues on to the Warehouse. The next chapter of 880 Wrestling starts in 2026. And during that chapter, you could advertise with us right here.
Toddy, I get it, Los Tonios has a lot of experience and is the older member of MDMA, but I don't think chopping MV Young right at the start is a watch this move! Damn!
A lot of that experience comes in other galaxies. Very new to pro wrestling here on Earth is Los Tonios, but as he's flying around the Earth, he hasn't quite figured out the King of Pittsburgh. Oh.
God.
Just beating the tar out of him.
Bad that we can feel that from over here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, between the two of us here, you're the only one that's ever eaten an MV Young chop.
It means you're next.
I hope not.
Batter up. Oh. Ducks under though. Los Tonios had it scouted this time.
Oh, drop kick. Couple drop kicks.
MV Young still on his feet though.
Oh. You know, that's one advantage maybe Los Tonios has over MV Young. If he starts flying around like a bee around MV Young.
Yeah, we take another look at this. Tonios ducked under MV Young and boom! Big chop.
How red the chest of Los Tonios already is.
Yeah, Los Tonios certainly has the speed though, Toddy, but don't underestimate MV Young's speed too. We've seen MV fly all over the damn place too.
Gaining wrist control here. Wait a second here.
Okay.
The strength. Oh, there we go. Pop down Hurricane Rana. Creating some space now is the champion, Tupe Suicida. And Los Tonios on fire here.
Going for it again. Oh my gosh. Flying through the skies.
Like a silver cylindrical disc flying through the clouds, but he got caught up. He got caught up.
Oh no!
goodness. Look at the shock on everyone's face here around Super TNF. January 1st, 2026. Thank you for coming down here to the warehouse.
Did you see the way Los Tonios' back just landed on the apron, Todd? He folded like a damn lawn chair.
Got to give it up for Los Tonios, really sacrificing his body.
And MV Young is asking for the best out of Los Tonios. Oh!
I think referee George Ross said take it easy on him a little bit. MV said, okay. You can see the welts on MV's chest as well.
Yeah, Los Tonios certainly gave it right back to MV Young, especially in the early stages of this match. But right now, this is just all King of Pittsburgh.
Oh, goodness. Well, I know El Luca is here, but Los Tonios said, no, El Luca, you stay in the back tonight. I want to take this championship one-on-one, but I'm sure right now there are people praying for Los Tonios somewhere. Yeah, I would assume on Mars. On Mars, they're a big fan of Tonios. Oh, flying body press here. Oh, just a 1 count.
You can see why. Los Tonios flying all over the place. Oh. Up over the ropes.
Oh. Big forearm shot.
Tonios! Okay.
I think he taught that to his son, El Luca.
Might just have done that, and here's MV Young. Oh! Going for a clothesline, turns Los Tonios inside out. Now picking him up into the sit-out powerbomb.
Cover to the rest is academic. Wait a second here, I was going to say the rest is academic. Only a 2 count.
I was ready to ring the bell, Toddy. I thought that was it. Take another look at this false sit-out powerbomb.
Taking his time here to get to his feet. Maybe making a mistake here with Los Tonios, though. I mean, I thought Los Tonios was absolutely flattened with that one. Maybe going to the well again. Powerbomb slipping through. Wait a second here, shoulders down. 2 in. Oh, just a 2 count.
Oh, into a super kick.
Super kick, low to the gut. Oh, drop kick. Still can't get MV off his feet. Ooh.
And Toddy, I mean, we got to imagine what kind of condition MV's in, too, after that match with Liberty.
It's a great point.
Maybe see another upset, because Tonios is taking it right now to MV.
Yeah, MV Young, Liberty L. They went to war at Penn Brewery here. Maybe we're showing some after effects with the cover. 2, 3, oh!
This is awesome! This is awesome!
The Fest Wrestling Championship on the line. Don't lose yourself now, Tonios.
Tonios eyeing up MV Young. Believes he has him right where he wants him, but MV! Just like that.
1, 2, oh, just a 2 count. Trying the other way. 2 count there, slipping through. Oh, super kick from the basement. That one sent shivers down Mr. Sorg's spine next to me.
You know, to kick Tonios' damn head off.
Of course, he has a standing 10 count to get to his feet here. MV Young gathering himself, but Los Tonios getting to his feet.
Now MV setting up Tonios for a big suplex.
Slowing the pace down once again is MV Young, putting that sleeper hold in position here. He's gone through Christian Robinson, Elijah Love, Dev Swayze, and many others so far in this run in his second time as Fest Wrestling Champion. But will the Fest Wrestling Championship go to another galaxy tonight? We shall see, but wait a second. All that pressure is still around the neck of Tonios.
Yeah, I think MV wanted to bring Tonios up top with him. Tonios was able to fight free. Envy's rocked right now.
Oh, slipping there.
My goodness.
Tonios, you better get that cover. Not often do you see MV Young down on his back like this. But I don't think he has, so much has been taken out of Tonios that he can't make that cover, Austin.
Yeah, MV Young has barely moved since Tonios delivered it, and I think this was a wasted opportunity, Toddy.
I mean, maybe he's gaining a little bit of composure over there in the corner. Up to their feet around the same time here. Duck under. Super kick. Oh, big boot.
Tonios was trying to go for one of his own two, but MV just too strong. Too big to go down, and here's Tonios. Off the ropes. Wait a minute. Ducks under.
Lands on his feet again. What is this? Oh, goodness!
How about that? Tonios with a suplex of his own. Cover, Toddy.
1, 2, 3. Oh! 2 count.
Half a second away from having a new Fest champion.
Yeah, I think you were right when you said, Austin, that maybe MV Young's not walking into the new year 100%. Maybe all the demons he attempted to leave in 2025, one of them being Liberty L, maybe it's haunting, the past is haunting the future here. Not 100% MV Young versus a Los Tonios here. I don't know. I mean, if I'm going to be honest with you, Tonios putting up a hell of a fight.
An amazing fight. Look at this.
Oh, just thrown off.
It looked like he was going for a cutter of sorts, but MV Young.
Big boot.
Oh. I think we know what time it is, Toddy. Looking for that Pittsburgh plunge.
God.
That's got to do it.
Get the spatula. You're going to need it to get him off the mat. MV wins.
Here is your winner, and still Fast Wrestling Champion, MV Young!
Big win for the Fest Wrestling Champion, MV Young, as we look forward to Kings of the Cold here at the warehouse. What a night it's been.
MV Young still walks away. The King still walks away. Your Fest champion, but Toddy, honestly, by far best showing we've seen from Los Tonios thus far.
For sure.
By far.
I'm sure Tonios' son, El Luca, was probably watching on to that one. What a good showing by Tonios.
Folks, give it up one more time for both MV Young and Los Tonios. What a match!
What a night.
Please welcome to the ring at this time your new 880 Wrestling Tag Team Champions, Leaders by Example.
I feel the same way, Eamon. I feel the same way.
Well, Happy New Year to us. Are they truly gay enough to get the job done? They certainly were gay enough, I suppose, to defeat not only Psychedelic Dreams, but a pinfall over Keith Ott of Catfight. And in that tag team contest, Psychedelic Dreams did not need to be pinned to lose the tag team championship, so they just pinned Keith Ott. They never pinned Aleo. They never pinned Sammy, and now they're walking around treating them like children. Psychedelic Dreams, obviously, are reigning tag team championships until it was stolen from these guys. They want to set an example.
Set an example? What kind of example can these two goofballs set?
Hot stuff.
Just makes me sick seeing them with titles, Toddy.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
It's like the leaders by example have been saying, we are big enough, we are strong enough, and we are certainly gay enough to be your 880 Tag Team Champions!
I think he's going to blow my ears out.
That's right, we are big enough, strong enough, and gay enough, unlike your former champions, the psychedelic dumpster fire Aleo Dreams, or that super kick throwing super indie Sammy Uso. We are champions that require your attention and demand more out of all of you as fans and people, you tremendous dirtbags!
Whoa, Clayton. We are not here to gloat. We're above that. We're not here to disparage the psychedelic dreams. It takes a lot to win these championships. We know firsthand. And to do so at such a young age, that's impressive. But it's one thing to win these championships, and it's another to carry them. And put simply, the psychedelic dreams were too young, dumb, and ignorant to ever have a chance as 880 Tag Team Champions. We put their title reign out of its misery. Joe, no. Just look at the last 2 months. The Dreams have lost that bounce in their step. Their princess has found another castle. And their championship belts look much better around our waist. Now, I was speaking to an unnamed member of 880 Wrestling Management. I won't say who it was. And they agreed with me that the psychedelic dreams simply aren't ready for their rematch. I know. They need time.
An unnamed member of 880 Management. It probably starts with R and ends with East.
Shut up.
Gee, I wonder.
They aren't ready. This isn't a punishment, guys. You need time to develop and grow into mature adults. And when you're ready, one day in the distant future, we'll be waiting for you.
So no rematch for Psych Dreams, huh?
We are leaders by example, and we're so proud to be your tag team champions.
Oh, boy. Whoa.
Oh, yeah.
You want to talk about tag team dominance? I think they said one too many words. Straight off the catwalk, here comes the runway.
That's enough from you two little whiny bitch-ass bottoms, okay?
I'll tell you when you're older.
All right, calm down, all right? We are in a new year, and I think it's time for the runway to lead by example and kick your asses.
Let's do it. I think the runway is gay enough to be very frank with you.
Ready for this one.
Yeah, maybe someone not so unnamed from 880 Management approves of this.
Wonder who that was.
Yeah, it doesn't start
This
with R and
match
end with
is for the
E.
880 Wrestling Tag Team Championships. Your referee, senior official George Ross. Introducing first, to my right, the challengers, fighting straight off the catwalk at a total combined weight of 48 karat gold, the fashionista of professional wrestling, Calvin Couture, Mr. Design, Tyler Klein, the Runway!
Let's start 2026 right with new 880 champs.
And their opponents, to my left, they are the Alpha Ally of Appalachia, Clayton King, your new favorite wrestler, some guy named John. They are gay enough to get the job done, and they are gay enough to be your new gay icons of professional wrestling,
The bitch ass bottom.
Yeah! Well, the Runway and the audience here at the warehouse seem to think they are quote-unquote bitch-ass bottoms. Somebody got to educate Clayton King on what that means, actually.
You start.
Oh, now they're disagreeing on who starts this contest. As a reminder, Leaders by Example did not think that they were defending the 880 Tag Team Championships tonight. They were merely out here to say that Psychedelic Dreams will not be #1 contenders. So the Runway has the advantage here.
Yeah, we haven't even officially started this yet, Toddy.
Double hip attack.
Okay.
Double Bronco Buster from Tyler Klein and Calvin Couture here. Of course, they were a big part of Enjoy Wrestling's Violent Night. We had the return of the gay tree.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, no!
Well, they are gay enough to clothesline one another. That's been proven tonight. All right, George. Tag Team Championships on the line. The Runway challenging Leaders by Example. And as we learn, Austin, that Psychedelic Dreams, for one reason or another, an unnamed member of 880 Management says Psychedelic Dreams will not get that championship title shot, but instead it's going to the Runway here.
Covered by Klein. Listen, I'm in full support of the Runway, Toddy, but I mean, when you lose a championship, the first thing you're supposed to get is a rematch. And I'm a little surprised Psychedelic Dreams isn't ready enough for it. Weren't they just the tag champs? How are they not ready? I want to know.
Well, we were here a little bit early, and Psychedelic Dreams were on the happy hour pre-show. Just one loss away from losing their tag team championship, so that unnamed member of 880 Management may have something to do with that as well.
Look at this, though, has Clayton King up high. All the blood rushed into his head. Oh!
Big double suplex here. Cover. And if we even stretch back, late spring, we had our Beaver County boom on the bridge. Austin was there, part of crew for that. I was on commentary for that. And the black and blue mark where Calvin took a big bite out of Big Strong John's buttocks, he still has a black and blue mark. Anytime I see Calvin, he says, hey, ask John about his butt. That's what he means.
How does John feel about that?
Well, he doesn't like me very much, so he doesn't like me asking that. I said, well, if you're gay enough, you'll tell me.
You would think.
You would think. Set turnbuckle here.
Well, charging it up is Clayton King, but look at Calvin Couture one step ahead.
Oh! Quick cover here.
Yeah, this may do it for the tag titles.
Oh, just a 2 count.
Some guy named John nearly had a heart attack on the apron.
You know, former QWI Tag Team of the Year is the Runway. In 2025, we saw a different form of the Runway. They're much more vicious. In 2026, it looks like they're going to continue on that pace here, and maybe in 2026, they'll start collecting championships around the city, starting with the 880 Tag Team Championships.
those are some titles that's eluded them, Toddy. The Runway would love to add the 880 Tag Team Championships to their collection. I already said it time and time again. They're one of my favorites, one of the best tag teams here in Pittsburgh. 888 Tag Team titles might solidify that. And look at this goofball out here. Somebody get John.
Grabbing him by his hair is Mr. Design. He said, come on in here. The water is fine. Oh, struggling to get up there is John and Clayton duck under. Big double clothesline from Tyler Klein.
All that force straight to the leaders.
You know, I feel it in the air. I mean, again, they weren't able to plan for the runway today. I'll grab him by the legs here. Drag him over to unfamiliar territory. And in comes SGNJ, the former TNF champion, current rating tag team champion, but conspicuous by his absence this evening is amateur wrestler Reese Hayes. This is our first show of 2026, and the half owner of the company isn't even here.
No, I'm kind of glad he's not here.
Well, if he was here, he'd come at 20 after 7 and then tell us all what to do quickly. So I'm glad he's not.
I'm just glad I'm not a judge.
Yeah.
But look at John and Clayton. They found a weak spot on Tyler Klein, and they're exposing that right now. Oh, appears to be the left knee.
Yeah, for all the heartache Leaders by Example has caused 880 Wrestling in 2025, if you take a look at Clayton King, if you take a look at some guy named John, if you take a look at them just a calendar year in the past, how far they've come. I mean, John's a Trunks guy now.
Who would have thought? I feel like that's the biggest shocker. Well, covered by John.
That's the thing about Leaders by Example. They're not dumb. They sure are manipulative. I'll give them that.
Clayton with a big back elbow, Toddy, cover.
A lot of their childish antics over the past several months have not only grind my gears, but the gears of the 880 Wrestling locker room. And for those two to claim that Psychedelic Dreams are childish, they're kids, they can't be true champions. He really thinks people are going to cheer for him.
I was going to say, when is Clayton going to think this chant is ever going to work? Just because it's a new year doesn't mean it's going to be a new chant.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Takes a shot at Couture and right back to Klein. Again, the Leaders are doing a pretty good job, Toddy, of keeping Tyler Klein away from Calvin Couture.
Yeah, the way they have coalesced in 2025, even with the addition of Marco Narciso. Leaders by Example coming into 2026 as strong and as unified as they've ever been. You know, there's a rogues gallery these days in the locker room of 880 Wrestling, especially under the tutelage of the Trigger Finger Nick Swell, the Dead Hand Society, and Big Strong John on attack right now.
Big Strong John. That's what we're calling it. Plus, you got to imagine Leaders coming into 2026, Todd, he must be feeling good about themselves. I mean, undefeated at Unholy Holiday 3.
Yeah, and let's not forget, they were smart enough to convince Billy Dixon to take their side as Billy Dixon turned on Effie, and they got the pin on Effie. But right now, slammed to the canvas is SGNJ. Quick tag into Clayton King. I'm sure Tyler was trying to dump SGNJ away from his tag team partner. Oh, didn't get to do that, so a quick tag by Clayton King. And the viciousness of Clayton King right now.
Yeah, and right back to the weak spot goes Clayton King. Keeping Tyler Klein far, far away from his corner. Even when John went down, Clayton King noticed that, and look at this. Oh, come on.
Enough is enough, George. You are right, but turn around. Enough is enough. It's not Calvin's fault.
And multiple shots have been taken at Calvin all match, and now John, it's just ridiculous.
What kind of dance was that? Oh, here comes the fashionista. Here comes SGNJ. Oh, big shot there. Big right hand strikes to the face of John. Oh, forearm shot. Fireman's carry position.
That's some guy named John up, Toddy. Up and down.
Could this Super TNF bring gold the Runway's way? Cover.
Might be their night. This might do it. Oh.
Just a 2 count there. Calvin's getting a little frustrated.
Yeah, Calvin thought that was it. Calvin thought he was going to finally put away some guy named John. Oh, wait a minute.
Package. Cover. 2. Oh.
Only 2.
I would have flipped this table if that was going to be it. Oh, big spear there.
They're cutting John in half. Another cover. Title's on the line.
But Calvin making the mistake. Clayton King saw that and was on the apron. The Appalachia ally delivers a drug-free drop.
A drug-free drop on Calvin Couture. But here comes Tyler Klein.
Got him in his sparkly sights. Oh.
Wait, 880 Tag Team Championships in the ring.
Yeah, John, I believe, was trying to deliver a blow. Wait a second, turn around, George!
Oh, come on! Really, Clayton?
Fighting that championship belt off of John, and Clayton King's got the other one.
Oh, come on!
Oh! The belt goes flying. Wait a second here. Corrective action! Planted down! Cover!
No, please! Kick out! Kick out! Oh!
Damn it, again!
Here are your winners, and still 880 Wrestling Tag Team Champions, Leaders by Example.
Their first 880 Tag Team Championship defense on the Super TNF to kick off 2026. And if 2026 is going to look anything like this,
oh, come on!
This is just disgusting! That's the runway in there!
Oh, yeah!
Second here. Here comes Psych Dreams. They've been here since the pre-show. They have something to say. They can't be happy.
Hey, Clayton King, you bare-faced bitch! One way or another, y'all motherfuckers are gonna give us our rematch.
Hey, Clayton. Hey, John. Guess what? What did you guys call them earlier? Bottoms, right? I got bitch ass bottoms. Well, I think it's about time that I grab my leash and start walking you bottoms like dogs.
Let's go!
And you know what? We're getting our rematch either way.
No!
We'll see you guys soon. Bye.
Okay.
They're getting a rematch.
No.
There is more than one person in charge of 880 management, and I'll tell you what, Psychedelic Dreams will get that tag team championship rematch against Leaders by Example. Let's not wait till Kings of Cold either. What a start to 2026 here.
What a start. Thank goodness for Psychedelic Dreams.
Wow.
They're getting that rematch. Poor Scarf.
Yeah. Throw it back to Amen.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, continuing on with tonight, as you know, we were having a bunch of championship matches advertised here tonight. One person who was scheduled to be here to defend their championship is the 880 Wrestling champion, Nick Wild, who has decided to not grace us with their presence, and they wanted me to let you all know that. But we don't disappoint here at 880 Wrestling. So this next match is a triple threat match scheduled for one fall. And the winner will earn an 880 Wrestling Championship opportunity in the future.
The trigger finger not showing up for Super Championship Thursday. Imagine that. Ooh. Triple threat action. The winner of this will get a shot at Nick's Wild. Talk about a breakout star of 2025.
Introducing first, participant number 1, accompanied to the ring by Centurion Hall, fighting out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This is the Playboy, Elijah Love.
And this is what I love so much about 880 Wrestling. Suit up whoever we have and put them in the ring to give them an opportunity. 2 of the 3 individuals in this match have never fought for singles gold, especially the 880 championship. We've seen Elijah Love fight for the Fest Wrestling Championship, but never a singles bout for the 880 championship, but just one win away is Elijah Love.
Their opponent.
This is the best way to bring in the new year.
Oh,
God.
Austin, do you make the good girls go bad?
I don't think I do.
I know someone who does.
Participant number 2, fighting out of the CCAC Auxiliary Gymnasium and representing the Department of Jocks, wearing number 69. This is Big Jim Fridge.
Big Jim Fridge. The energy the Big Jim Fridge brings to the 880 Wrestling ring is unmatched. From the CCAC Auxiliary Gym, as someone that goes to a reputable college, what do you think of Big Jim Fridge?
Well, Big Jim Fridge is just like all the other Department of Jocks, crazy as is. I mean, I heard they were partying a lot this weekend.
Oh yeah, I mean, I can't believe he made call time.
And their opponent.
College might be closed, but the party's not.
If you want to talk about somebody that had a transformative 2025, it is this competitor here. If she's able to defeat Elijah Love and Big Jim Fridge, she gets to qualify for a one-on-one 880 championship match against her former protege, Nick's Wild. She's my favorite to win this one.
And the final participant, fighting out of your local flower garden, she is the botanical badass. This is the unwilting Tatiana.
If we were giving away awards for 2025, I would say the unwilting Tatiana, best hair in the 880 Wrestling locker room. But what an ovation for Tatiana this evening.
Yeah, what a reaction Tatiana got as she made her way to the ring. Well deserved. I cannot wait to see this one. This one's going to be great. What?
Fridge telling us to calm down over here. We're just having fun.
That's awesome. It's Tatiana. How can you not be excited?
One pinfall per finish here. Winner becomes #1 contender for the 880 championship.
Call it a mini fridge?
I think so. Oh, height advantage. It's only slight. Calm down. I'm going to talk about tall. He hangs around with Dev Swayze, who thinks he's 6'7".
About 6'7". Oh! Stepping on the toes. There was Tatiana. Here we go. Big triple threat match.
Yeah, Elijah Love, you can never trust the Playboy It's hard to really know what goes on in the head of Elijah Love, but when there's an opportunity to be taken, Elijah Love wants to put himself first. You see that right there.
Yeah, prime example of it, but Fridge also wants to do the same.
Oh, taking too much time with the vet, Tatiana.
He gave Tatiana enough time to recover. 2 big knees to both Fridge and Love. And again, it's every person for themselves. Look at Tatiana fly.
Big flying cross body for the unwilting Tatiana.
Oh! Dropping Elijah Love, now with big back elbow. Uh-oh, has Love up is Tatiana. Pure strength into the sidewalk slam.
I think she could have held Elijah Love for as long as she wanted up there, dropped her down, but then Big Jim Fridge taking his own time to shine here. The ever opportunist here, Mr. Money Pants himself.
Mr. Money Pants, Mr. CCAC Campus, Mr. Jock, whatever you want to call him.
Got to ask you, Austin, I mean, Tatiana has been there before, but what do you think it would mean to Elijah Love or Big Jim Fridge to be #1 contender for the 880 championship?
I mean, Elijah Love had a lot of big moments in 2025, Toddy, so capitalizing off of those momentum that he had last year, bringing it into 2026, could do him justice, but Big Jim Fridge, kind of quiet with the Department of Jocks. We saw Dev Swayze go toe-to-toe with MV Young. We really haven't seen this bigger side of Big Jim Fridge yet. A win tonight for him could do him wonders.
Yeah, it could be the biggest win of I would say biggest singles victory for Big Jim Fridge. We know Department of Jocks have some big tag team wins against who we saw a little bit earlier today, the Runway. Schoolgirl roll up 2, just a 2 count there.
A big boot though from Big Jim Fridge. The triple threat matches, you can never take your eyes off the third competitor, and Big Jim Fridge finding out the hard way.
Elijah Love, so almost like maybe like a dark blue or a purple. Really love the fur. I don't really like the attitude, but some respect. Oh,
got Centurion Hall also at ringside as well.
Oh, big Meteora.
Caving in the chest of Fridge, only 2.
And yeah, let's take a moment to talk about the man-eater Centurion Hall. We talked about Elijah Love's come up in 2025. But, I mean, look at Miss over here. You know, she's really changed over this past year. She's really found herself. I feel like she's very in her bag right now. And especially her client, the Playboy. Oh, lining up Big Jim Fridge there.
Yeah, she has that hairspray in hand as well, but look at Love. Oh, my God.
Kicking like it's a disaster cover here.
This may do it.
2.5. 2 3/4, but not a 3. And Elijah's pissed.
Yeah, Tatiana was on her way to break it up, and I think Fridge was just getting the shoulder up in time, too. So either way, this match is going to continue.
Oh, forearm strikes.
Back and forth we go.
Oh, Big Jim Fridge there. Exchanging strikes, exchanging forearms, big slap across the chest.
That's what I want to see, just a pure slugfest. Sign me up.
You got to think what's going through Elijah Love and Big Jim's Fridge mind. The veteran of these 3, Tatiana, making sure that she is subdued here. But wait a second. May not have the biggest brain in the locker room as Big Jim Fridge.
Definitely not. A bit of a miscommunication. Took out Love. And here's Tatiana. Look at that.
Oh, assisted spike DDT. Complimentary of the unwilting one.
Love to see it. Tatiana's on fire right now.
Oh, kick low. Oh! Get the cover, Tati. Oh, Elijah Love creating the space between the two of them.
Yeah, great ring awareness from Elijah Love. Here's Big Jim Fridge now. Oh, my gosh!
Fridge cutter bouncing off the ropes. Mr. Bouncy himself. Always got that fly boy energy just buzzing around.
Yeah, now he props Tatiana up top, Toddy. This is all Big Jim Fridge right now.
I don't know, is he taking too much time here? Oh, the acrobatics.
Oh, has the long legs wrapped around Tatiana. She's not giving in now. Oh, where the hell did Love come from?
Big Jim Fridge falling flat on his face.
Yeah, but Tatiana's not done. Misses the crossbody. Here's Love.
Oh, almost like a belly-to-belly on his knee here. Belly-to-back breaker. Cover. 2. Oh, just a 2 count.
Wow. The match is incredible.
And once again, the #1 contendership for the 880 championship on the line. Nick Wild didn't want to show up for Championship Thursday. So instead, wait a second.
Oh, come
here.
on. Get down, Centurion.
The man-eater on the apron. Oh, wait a second.
We've seen her use the hairspray before, but this time gets Love.
Pedal plunge. Wait a second here. Tatiana was attempting to make the cover. Elijah Love is out there. Big Jim Fridge. Come on, Fridge.
What a steal.
Here is your winner and the #1 contender for the 880 Wrestling Championship, Big Jim Fridge.
Big Jim Fridge is hyped up. You are looking at the 880 Championship #1 contender, Big Jim Fridge. What an upset on TNF.
I mean, I know the year just started, Toddy, but this has to be the biggest upset of the year. What a win for Big Jim Fridge. I'm just as shocked as Tatiana is.
Big Jim Fridge, 1 win away from the big one. Wow.
Give it up for Tatiana.
All right, folks, before we continue on with more action, we want to give some thank yous to the crew here at 880 Wrestling that make Thursday night fights happen each and every week. We are so thankful for all their tireless work, and they're the unsung heroes of this company. So, first of all, give a round of applause to the folks at Sidekick Media Services, the amazing Sword, our phenomenal camera crew who are broadcasting on IndyWrestling.live and on YouTube. Over on sound, give it up for Lane, everybody! Who's done a phenomenal job as always. Our lighting crew, CL, Sting, the entire Woods family, they do a phenomenal job each and every time, and they make the warehouse feel that much more special. Want to give a shout out to our commentary team. First of all, give it up for professional Paul Michaels. We also have on the call 880's most elite, Austin Carnes.
This goofball got a leader shirt on. Take it off.
Certainly not least, give it up for the voice of 880 Wrestling, Toddy Tondera. I would also like to thank our referees for this evening, J.D. Ryber, Tony Leo, Scotty Davidson, and George Ross, who've been doing a phenomenal job tonight as always. And last but not least, my name is Eamon Payton. Thank you all so much for allowing me to host the festivities this evening. Actually, not last but not least, give a round of applause to each and every one of you guys, because you guys are a phenomenal crowd.
Happy 2026.
For our first show of 2026.
Yeah, even the weird guy is cheering. That's nice of him.
This next match is a tag team match scheduled for one fall.
Let's
and
lock
it is
in.
for the Fest Wrestling Tag Team Championships. Introducing first, the challengers, fighting out of the toughest litter box in town. They are the Big Bad Kitty Daddy, the Stray Cat, Chaz D'Amato. His partner is the Appalachian Cryptid, the Bearcat, Keith Hart.
Their energy is simply infectious. Are you looking at the next Fest Tag Team Champions? We shall see here shortly.
Very well could. Can't wait for this one.
And their opponents.
And one half of this tag team making his return to 880 Wrestling. It's the Muay Thai Maniac.
Making their way to the ring. Fighting out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. They are the Gutter Phenomenon, Satan's favorite saint, Brandon St. James. His partner is the Muay Thai Maniac, the Shoot Psychopath, KC War. Together, they are the current reigning and defending Best Wrestling Tag Team Champions, the Fourth Line.
The Fourth Line, first time together here since Enjoy Wrestling's Violent Night. And speaking about violence, we've seen a declaration of violence instilled to Casey Ward. The last time we saw Casey Ward, he was busted open.
Beaten, bloody, and battered, left in the middle of the ring, courtesy of the leaders by example. Returning here tonight to be with Brandon St. James. It's going to be a hell of a tag team match, Toddy.
Yeah, the Battleground Tag Team Champions, the former two-time 880 Tag Team Champions, the Canadian Deathmatch Champion, Brandon St. James, draped in gold since they started here at 880 Wrestling, defending those titles against Catfight tonight.
Okay.
Tornado tag rolls.
Tornado tag. Tornado tag. Tornado tag. Amen. Call it, baby. Call it. Make it official. Oh, sorry, Amen. Tornado tag. Yeah. Oi, baby.
This match is now a Tornado Tag Team match.
2-year anniversary of these two teams going one-on-one, so we're going to ante up the stakes here. Fest Tag Team Championships on the line. Oh, here we go. Scotty Lefty Davidson, the referee, and we're going to start out with a hockey scrum here. Casey War out to the outside. Chaz D'Amato is going to follow Casey, and Brandon is out too. Right out here in front of us.
This is just pure chaos already between both these teams.
Tornado-style rules, meaning all four of these competitors are legal at one time here.
I mean, you would expect nothing less from the Fourth Line and just a pure hockey fight to start off this match.
Oh, my goodness. When Keith Hott delivers one of those chops, it sounds like they're slamming a door. This is rough and brutal. A lot on the line. Tag team supremacy at stake here. Again, we talk about leaving everything in 2025. This is a new year here. How is this year going to start out for the Fourth Line? How is this year going to start out for Catfight?
Well, right now it's starting off getting their ass kicked by Fourth Line. Oh!
Vicious. Catfight has been around since near the beginning of 880 Wrestling. They've been on a couple rolls here. A lot of momentum was on their side, but maybe due to an injury or maybe issues with management, Catfight, no pun intended, has never really had a fair fight here at 880 Wrestling for Tag Team Championship gold over the years. And our Fest Wrestling Tag Team Champions, the Fourth Line, know that on the anniversary of these two going 2-on-2, we got a tornado tag.
Yeah, no tags. This is all four at the same time. I would argue this makes it harder to score a pinfall. Oh, ducks under.
Oh! High kick meeting its mark here.
Yeah, and even with Casey coming back, no ring rust showing at all. Casey's looking great, Toddy.
I know you look up to Casey War, one of our locker room leaders here. Big European uppercut. And here comes the Canadian Deathmatch no-ring champion here.
And Casey's another individual I got to sat down with actually this week on my podcast, Two Jagoffs. That comes out Sunday. I'm excited. I had a great conversation with Casey War. Talked a lot about Brandon St. James, his current reign as Fest Tag Team Champions.
But will that reign be over tonight?
Very well could.
I mean, I hate to mention it, but you had Psychedelic Dreams on talking about their championships, and they lost them. Oh, setting up for that double minor, but Keith Hott pulling out. Casey War, meanwhile, 2. Oh, Chaz D'Amato laying out BSJ. Right now, Casey's down on the outside, making this a 2-on-1, and everybody's allowed in the ring at once.
That's going to set up more opportunities for some tag team moves to be performed. Look at Keith Hott perched up on the second rope. Wonder what they have in mind.
Little cat scratch fever from 2 OGs. One more?
One more? I don't know if Brand's back and take it.
Now he's called Chaz D'Amato, the Big Kitty Daddy. What a throwback to the yesteryear of rough and tumble professional wrestlers. Oh, double shoulder tackle. Now, I don't know about you, Austin, but I think this would be a match that would favor the fourth line, and right now it's been mostly all catfight.
Yeah, right now catfight has been all over the fourth line. Done a pretty good job of grounding Casey Ward for the most part, so it's been mostly a handicap match so far, working only on Brandon St. James, but now that Ward's back involved, it looks like the odds are starting to be evened out.
Oh, big slap across the chest here. And if you're watching at home, maybe for the first time in 880 Wrestling, we are at Thursday night fights here at the warehouse.
Uh-oh, I think you know what time it is, Toddy. Brandon up top, crest cutter.
Oh, dropped right on their head. Cover here.
This got to do it. No. Chaz D'Amato breaks it up.
Yeah, as I mentioned, if this is the first time you're watching 880 Wrestling, join us every Thursday, 8 p.m. for free if you're watching online with the chat rats or down here at the warehouse. This is what we got going on here. Oh. And once again, catfight creating some distance between the partners of the fourth line and firmly in control here. Cover.
Oh, this got to do it.
Oh! Brandon St. James rushing through there. And so far tonight, the championship's defended. Everyone has retained. Will that continue?
It's a common theme. Most of the time you would think at least one team or one individual will lose a title. I don't know though, Toddy. This is so 50-50 right now.
Yeah. And the landscape of the tag team division can change. It's only going to take 3 seconds.
Yeah, that's going to take a lot more to take out both of these two.
I was going to say.
Oh!
If I had made a list of people I wouldn't want to get in a street fight with, these 4 would make the top 10.
Hell, probably top 5.
Shots low here. BSJ in there with Chaz D'Amato. Oh!
And you see Keith Hott on the outside with Casey Ward. Oh! Ward just ramming Hott right into that apron.
Kick low. Pump handle. Here we go. Oh! Slipping through. Oh! Driving down on the knee. A lot of perspiration, a lot of sweat coming from BSJ. Couldn't get quite the grip that he wanted with Chaz D'Amato, but he's looking to go high here.
Yeah, climbing high to the top rope goes D'Amato. Warren Hott both on the outside. Look at this.
The big bad kitty daddy.
Thank goodness Casey Ward here to save the match, but my gosh!
It's a Casey Ward specialty. Oh! Planted.
And they know that. Cover.
2. Oh, just a 2 count.
What a match.
They're leaving it all on the line here. A big show to start off the year, to smash through the ceiling of Pittsburgh wrestling are these two tag teams.
Yeah, look at Keith Hott just all tangled up top. What the hell does War and St. James have in mind? No way!
Oh.
Big superplex. And now St. James, frog splash.
Stage dive cover, 2. Is that, hold the bell, that's a 2. Holy cow.
How the hell did Keith Hott kick out of that?
Sweat and Bone defending these Fest Wrestling Tag Team Championships. Gonna set up for that double minor.
Keith is in position. Oh, but wait. Reversal.
Chad's getting involved. Wait a second, shoulders down. 1, 2. Oh, 2 count. Double minor to both Hot, and it only stood them up. They didn't knock them down.
Make this a quadruple minor now, I guess. Oh!
Top 10 legendary anime betrayals. And the 4th line win.
Here are your winners, and still Fest Wrestling Tag Team Champions, the 4th Line.
What a match, buddy.
Every match so far tonight has been a banger, with 4th Line continuing to show why they're one of the very best tag teams out there, and still Fest Tag Team Champions. What a hell of a contest.
The 4th Line starting off 2026 like they've ended 2025, like they've ended 2024. The most decorated tag team in 880 wrestling history. What a match.
And nothing but respect between these 4.
Good up for Catfight too, huh? What a night it's been. Nice crowd here, having fun.
Great showing for Thursday Night Fights.
Main event time. TNF Championship on the
Folks,
line.
give it up for both Catfight and the 4th Line for another fantastic contest. But now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your main event of the evening. It is a singles match scheduled for 1 fall. And it is for the TNF Championship.
Is one of our camera folks wearing a Leaders by Example t-shirt?
Yeah, take that damn thing off. What's wrong with you?
Main event time, making their return to professional wrestling from injury. The locked and reloaded peanut butter zombie Saturn Price.
He's back. Scarier than ever.
We've been talking about it all night. One of our favorite matches of 2025. Liberty L defending the TNF Championship against MB Young. Those 2 big hosses went to war. And to continue that reign of dominance, Liberty L goes one-on-one with another big bad hoss in Saturn Price. And Liberty L can't be 100% coming into this.
Not at all. Just like we said about MV earlier, Liberty must be feeling the same way. But, I mean, she still is unsatisfied. This is some tough competition right here.
Yeah, MV Young was the closest to satisfying her so far. Still couldn't do it.
What an ovation.
Scary, dominant, decisive. So many words. For our TNF champion. What a main event for the first show of the year here at Thursday Night Fights. 880's Most Elite Austin Carnes. I'm Toddy Tondera. And for introductions, we're going to go to Eamon Payton.
Your referee for this match, senior official George Ross. Introducing first, to my right, the challenger, representing the Dead Hand Society. Fighting out of Space Coast, Florida, he is the Peanut Butter Zombie, Saturn Price. And his opponent, to my left, fighting out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, she is the current reigning and defending TNF champion, the Villainous Liberty L.
Big fight feel, I love it.
Roof nearly got blown off the damn place when Liberty came out.
You know, the old saying goes, give me liberty or give me death. How about we give both for free?
Well, that's exactly what we have staring across each other. Saturn Price, the Peanut Butter Zombie, the Villainous Liberty L. This one's going to be incredible.
Yeah, as we know, the trigger finger of the Dead Hand Society, Nick's Wild, the 880 champion, not here this evening. I don't know that I've seen Remy LeVay or DB Cooper or any of those cats here. I mean, could be monitoring us through the walls. We don't know that. But I believe Saturn Price is here by himself.
That'll be the first time in a while, too. Liberty not having to worry about outside interferences, perhaps. Get a fair one-on-one contest.
I don't think that we have seen this very often, but Liberty L has to look slightly up into the eyes of Saturn Price, and Saturn Price, dare I say, may even be bigger than Liberty L.
I think I would agree with you on that one, Toddy. But, I mean, we saw MV Young stand toe-to-toe with Liberty L, and honestly, I was expecting MV Young to come out on top in that one, but Liberty L proved us all wrong. She demolished in that match. It was crazy.
Oh.
I was going to say mind games, but that's just pure disrespect.
Yeah, that's not somebody I would have done that to. Oh, viciousness. The Peanut Butter Zombie. Oh. Of course, let's not forget also representing the Tragedy Boys. Oh.
Nobody home. Oh. Liberty feeling it.
Dogs are barking for Liberty L. Almost like a cravat there. Whoa, wait a second. Picking up Saturn Price. Elbow shot.
I'm impressed with Saturn keeping Liberty grounded for the moment. No way Liberty's going to pick up Saturn. Oh!
Does he have her by the ears?
Think so. Taking a bite out of the villainous.
Now, as we remember, the innovator, the self-proclaimed cover here, wait a second here, the self-proclaimed creator of the TNF Championship is Nick's Wild. Could you imagine the neon gold returning to the camp of the Dead Hand Society, returning to its home? Oh, okay.
Steels might need George Ross.
Almost hit CL with that. Oh, there ain't no playing around with these two with gold on the line. Oh, goodness. Oh.
Drops Liberty. I'm surprised Saturn Price ain't going for a cover.
Well, I think he's damn surprised himself. Shaking the cobwebs is Liberty L. Oh. Oh, big clubbing blow. The amount of abuse that we've seen. Oh, wait a second here. Cover. 2. Oh, just a 2 count. First from MV Young and now Saturn Price. The ultimate test of legitimacy placed in front of Liberty L. And right now, she's just up from one knee, and Saturn Price clocking in his knee. Of course, his knee having some issues in the past. But he's back up. Whoa! I think took too much time.
I think so. Took just a little bit too much time. Give Liberty that space and separation.
And I think those are the 2 key words, Austin. Space and separation. The 2 things you never want to give Liberty L.
Big cannonball from the champion. Drags out the challenger. Here's the cover to retain.
Oh, just a 2 count. I want to thank everybody at home one more time for tuning in to this Super TNF January 1st, 2026. 880's Most Elite Austin Carnes. I'm Toddy Tondera here for your main event. Now trying to lock in that Iron Maiden, but I think Saturn Price bit her.
I mean, that's one way to get out of the Iron Maiden. I don't think I've seen that done to Liberty ever.
Oh! Up and planted down. Blue Thunder Bomb.
Cover by Price.
Oh. Could feel it in the room, that energy shift. People thought Saturn won that.
Yeah, we thought this one was just about to be over, but Liberty L still hanging in there.
Well, trying to drag her to the center of the ring here. But that energy, that emotion from the crowd here has her fighting from underneath here, trying to sink down to slip out of that sleeper, having much difficulty.
But the 880 fans in full support of the villainess. Using that to her advantage, trying to fight free.
Oh, sunset flip. Come on. Trying to knock him off his moorings. There's no rope to grab on.
No, Saturn Price just too big, Toddy.
Oh.
Oh, he missed. Punched the mat.
Oh, big pump kick.
Liberty did it, though.
Looking for that Saito suplex here. Trying to gain wrist control is Liberty L.
Trying with all her might. Look at Saturn Price just picking him right at the fingers to break that hold.
And that's not an easy grip to break, Austin. Oh.
Not at all, and those big elbows right to the skull of Liberty L.
Oh, come on.
Oh, there's no need for that.
I mean, the support that Liberty L has here, always beautiful to see. Sit out, cover. 1, 2, 3. Oh!
It's ready to ring it.
Just a 2 count, says senior official George Ross. But again, she just went through hell and back with MV Young. Saturn Price, the fresher competitor. His first match in quite some time here at 880 Wrestling.
I mean, and Saturn Price has looked damn good too in this match, but Liberty L, I mean, you can only imagine she's not 100% still after last month. 2 of her toughest challenges to date, and I mean, this one's going to the wire. Oh!
I don't know about that. You can hear how upset everybody is from hearing that word out of Saturn Price. Oh, big Saito suplex here.
Left me speechless.
Liberty L being absolutely revved up. Great pop-up. Dropped him on his head. Cover here. 1, 2, 3. Oh!
Just 2. What a main event.
I was about to say the same thing, buddy.
This is the way you bring in the new year. Liberty L, Saturn Price going the distance here on Thursday Night Fights. I'm feeling it, Toddy. Are you?
I am here. It's not an easy grip to break out of that Iron Maiden.
He fought free before by taking a bite. This time just trying to pull apart the fingertips. Rules Liberty on her back.
He's had her well scouted. Oh! Discus forearm. Oh! Crumpled up like a piece of trash. Cover here.
And this gotta do with Price. Oh!
See the replay here. Discus forearm only energized Saturn to come back with a gigantic lariat. Pound for pound, there's not much bigger and tougher in indie wrestling than Saturn Price. There just isn't.
And you hear Liberty getting some support, but Saturn Price looking for possibly a choke slam. Oh!
Cover here. 1, 2, and a no! All for the neon gold, huh?
You thought that was going to be it, Toddy, didn't you?
Yeah.
Saturn Price in disbelief.
What is he doing? Hyperventilating here.
I think he's wondering what more does he have to do to put away the villainous? What more does he have to do to put away Liberty L? Throwing everything that he had at her.
It's going crazy.
Channeling something deep, something dark.
Oh, almost like a torture rack.
Yeah, that was an effortless pickup there by Saturn Price.
Effortless is the word. Wait a second here. Scratching at the eyes.
Oh, and a sleeper. It's locked in, Toddy.
Wasn't the prettiest, but it got it done.
Oh!
That echo.
Back to the undead. Possibly going to go Saturn Price. Iron Maiden.
Sending the zombie back to his grave. Liberty L sits in the Iron Maiden.
Here is your winner, and still TNF champion, Liberty L.
What a super TNF this has been. We now know that Psychedelic Dreams will get their Tag Team Championship rematch down the line by Leaders by Example. We saw the Den of Desire reformed here with Honey Darling and Marco Narciso. We have a new 880 Championship #1 contender in Big Jim Fridge. Any final words, Austin?
That is how you do it. Happy New Year, Toddy, and still your champion, Liberty L.
From Toddy Tondera, congratulations to Liberty L. Get roached.